Welcome back to another episode recapping 90 Day Fiance. Now, I know what you're thinking. Miss Panda, why can't we see your gorgeous, gorgeous face? Well, I'm currently back home visiting my family, and I did not want to lug all of my crap with me, so this alluring, delicate, and feminine voice will have to do for the holidays. Today, we're going to be covering what happened on Season 10, Episode 11 with Rob, It's Not Cheating If I Didn't Stick It In, Warren, and Sophie, Can't See the Color Red, Sierra. So, sit down, buckle up, and let's ride this train wreck straight into the ground. It's morning in LA, and you know what they say, another day, another drama.
You're just in a horrible mood, and now you're just being moody about it.
Right. Me and you both.
So everybody's grumpy today, surprising absolutely no one. Sophie didn't sleep comfortably last night, so she tells Rob that she wants to buy a duvet. Rob flies off the handle. Why you waking me up saying you need me to buy you something? Why you being so negative? You always need something. So they continue to bicker because Sophie doesn't see why wanting a $30 duvet is such a big deal. So he says, then you go buy yourself a duvet.
Then get a duvet.
All right, I'll get a duvet. I'll pay for the
Cool,
duvet.
go get you a duvet.
The duvet's like, what, $30?
Don't
I'll
talk
get
to me.
the
Don't
duvet.
talk
Now, after all the shouting is done, Rob lets us know in confessional that he didn't even know what a duvet was, and had he known, he would have told her that he already had a few. Now, Rob needs to stop doubling down with anger whenever he doesn't understand something. It has got to be an ego or an insecurity thing, because Sophie comes from money and, Rob's headshot comes up when you Google the definition for broke. Like, I can only imagine that he got mad because he thought a duvet was a $500 table lamp or something. If he could just take a breath and be, patient, the conversation could have just been, "Oh, I didn't sleep well. We should get a duvet." I don't know what a duvet is, so let me give it a quick goog. Oh, it's a type of blanket. Looks like we can buy one for like $30. Let's go. But instead he says, the bickering's getting tiring, as if he isn't the cause of most of it.
The bickering does get very tiring. You know those husbands that just don't talk? Makes me wonder if that's gonna be me.
You know what? Rob is this meme. Sophie goes on to say that she just won't speak to him in the morning because he's way too moody. And he says, just give me an hour before you start asking for shit. And like, how are you over here angrily making demands that she has to make adjustments to make things better for you when you won't do the same for her? Do you really think that if she waited an hour before asking you for a duvet, you would have acted any differently? Absolutely not. Besides, there really shouldn't be a minimum waiting period before your partner can expect you to respond to them respectfully. I can understand if you're not a morning person. I am absolutely not a morning person. Sure, I can be a little grumpy or, slow to respond because my brain hasn't turned on yet, but I'm not a nasty little bitch. Anyway, in the evening, they go on a little date. Sophie seems to be in super high spirits despite dating someone who can't regulate their emotions properly. And man, some women really can't see red flags, because after everything this guy has put her through, look at the way she looks at him. Rob says that they've been tripping left and right and goes on to blame the 90-day time restraint, but like, my dude, you've cheated on her multiple times. You make her feel like she's a burden, and you take all of her moments and make them about you. The issue isn't time, my man, it's you. Sophie says that they should go on more dates to have more quality time together where they aren't worried about anything else. And then Rob's over here saying,
how many date nights we talking here?
As if he's already annoyed, like, God, this bitch is already asking me for another thing. She says,
Just every so often.
What does every so often mean?
Once every 2 weeks.
And he goes, really? Once every 2 weeks? You're only gonna want me to take you out once every 2 weeks? You, miss, I ask you for something every day? And she's like, yeah? And he's like, bye.
All right, I can do that.
Like, am I crazy? Has Sophie been asking him for something every single day and I just happen to miss it? It seems like the only thing she really has been asking him for every single day is like, his love and affection. And hell, he's even skinting that. Then he has the audacity to say, I just want you to have a positive energy. Even if you don't agree with me, it would relieve a lot of the bickering. Excuse me? No. No. Throw the whole last man away. Sophie has not been negative about anything. She has been upset, she has been angry, but rightfully so. You cannot slap someone in the face and then ask them why they are sending out negative vibes when they're mad at you about it. This bucket full of motherfucking bitch. Sophie does clap back to say that she feels that he is insensitive.
I think you're just a bit insensitive. I'm gonna try and not take stuff so personally, and you try to not be so insensitive and listen to me more.
And I'm like, okay, he's definitely not gonna listen. Ma'am, you are asking him to be more considerate of your feelings when he does not actually think that he is being inconsiderate of your feelings. He's not gonna change something he doesn't think needs to change. He's not going to fix something that he does not think is broken. New day, new problems. So Sophie and Rob are headed to a sex shop to try and reignite their sexual desire for one another. Rob is acting all macho, saying he doesn't know if Sophie made the right decision bringing him here, because I guess he's definitely down to clown. The sales associate, in one of the most awkward come-ons I have ever had the dissatisfaction of witnessing, says, "Wow, you two are so hot." Then basically asks via heavy innuendo if they would be into a threesome. There's the longest pause, and Rob says, "This ain't my world, you answer it."
Definitely not my question to answer.
And like my brother in Christ, just say no. I do not care if in your head you have got a fantasy going on with 5 magical clones of this girl letting you stick it into every orifice on their body. You look her straight into her dead, come hither stare, and you say,
No! No! No!
simple, 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 simple. But no, this man says,
You just want me to tell on myself.
my dude, just say no. Say no. Say, I would not like to poke you with my pork sword. How is it that you can lie to your woman about not wanting to f another woman while simultaneously not being able to lie to your woman about not wanting to f another woman? I beg of you, please put that shovel down. Sophie flies off the handle and Rob is like, how the f did this shit get twisted back onto me? Sophie says,
Why would
make
you
any
have
sense.
sex with someone that's not me?
I never said anything.
Yeah, but why didn't you
I?
answer her question, Rob?
he says,
The only thing I said was that this is obviously something that you
would
have to
wanna
decide.
do it.
what does that even mean? What does that mean that this is something that she has to decide? How does he not understand that him not saying anything is saying everything? If I went to my partner and asked him if he would like to cheat on me with this woman and he put his hands in his pocket and whistled as he walked away, then that answer is yes. That lack of response is a response. Am I crazy thinking that? What do you guys think? At this point, they need to break up. Whatever money Sophie's family has, it isn't going to be enough to pay for the sheer amount of therapy they need to work through Sophie's loss of trust in Rob and Rob's inability to get over his ego and reassure her in the ways that she needs to regain his trust. Sophie is putting out so many freaking bids for connection, and Rob is just swatting them away. So like, I dated this guy once, we went to a black tie event together, and I was super feeling myself, and everyone was telling me I looked so good, but he hadn't. So at the end of the night, I said, you know, you haven't really told me I looked beautiful. It would be really nice to hear. And he just said, I already told you. You must not have been paying attention. What, do you want me to say it again? And that is 100% Rob vibes. Like, Sophie, you are a beautiful, beautiful girl. You seem so sweet and so freaking patient. You can find someone who can love you the way you want, the way you need. It is not Rob. Let it go. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much again for joining me on this trip, and as always, thank you for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye.